Hello and welcome to the Harmony SMP. My name is Weird and Bearded, and today we are over at my future industrial district, where, as you know, I have been working on a secret project, which is no longer a secret. That's right, it has been completed. I have dug a hole. It's a big hole. I've dug it all out by hand. This has been a process. I started this during the first week of the server, so it's been going on nearly 3 months now. But I've dug it all out, all the way down to bedrock. Been getting rid of caves filled with water and caves filled with lava. And it is a nice big square. Also, at the bottom of the trench, right around here, this is Top's cat. They've been following me since I started and are now settled on a nice piece of bedrock. Top, you can now have your cat back. But why did I dig out such a trench? Well, the plan is to build a world eater to get rid of everything else. That's right, with the industrial district, we're going to have no blocks in the way. It's all going to be about the farmland. There's a lot of resources to collect for this. I'm hoping I can get everything ready to go this episode. But before we get started, I want to do a bit more area prep. As you can see, we've got some beacon beams around the area. In fact, I've got 8 beacons. I want to make sure they get saved. I don't need them there anymore. So let's go rescue them and the bases. This might kill me. Let's fly. Flying is safer. So as we have our beacons here on emerald block bases, because I had enough emerald blocks. So I'm going to get rid of all of these and then we'll start having a look at resources. That iron golem just refuses to come down. I'm not just going to leave him up there. I want to see how long he'll remain at the top of this pile of chests. It's very funny. By the way, in case you were wondering about all of these chests, I mean, it's all from the digging. So we've got stone and cobblestone, we've got dirt, ores, wood, miscellaneous stuff, gravel, deep slate, cobbled deep slate, tuff, diorite, granite, andesite, stuff for trading, stuff from the geodes, and then we've got moss blocks and clay blocks. Because yes, I've got some lush caves beneath there. I've also got some dripstone caves and a mine shaft. So it's going to be a lot of fun seeing this all come down. Speaking of which, I have put together the resources that I was able to get from my chests. And we have done pretty well for ourselves. So this is just the base resources. A lot of this is going to be crafted up. So you can see our first gap there. We need to collect some coral fans. Then we need some logs and nether quartz. Some planks, because we really are very low on wood. Then we've got a load of redstone dust. We need to collect a bit of sand. And then we've got 106 and a bit stacks of slime balls. Unfortunately, I need over 300 stacks. So we're going to get on to that. And then all of these chests are empty because slime balls are going into them. And then we've got some sticks, stone, and a bit of white terracotta. Unfortunately, I think the slime farm is broken. Let's go into camera mode just in case it isn't. Yeah, the iron golem is no longer there. So if we have a quick look around, yes, I can see it already. A brown mushroom is broken, which means that I can only assume a skeleton spawned there and killed our iron golem. So I'm going to get that brown mushroom replaced so that this can get working, but also we've got a lot of other resources to collect. Let's do it. The iron golem now has a friend, and I have my resources all ready to go. Initially, we're only going to be needing these 5 chests, as that is all of the resources for the actual World Eater itself. And then the rest we'll talk about afterwards. So, the area is prepared. The rain has begun. You'll notice there is no longer a large pillar up to the sky. That was where I was AFKing for the slime farm. That's just going to get in the way. We don't need to build this that high up. So I've taken that down. We're going to start by building this World Eater. I have gone with a design by Il Mango. Link to that will be down in the description. And I'll talk about why I chose that particular design once this thing has been built up. Let's get started. Wow. That actually didn't take as long as I expected. It still took a while, but not as long as I expected. But it is all in place now. So on this side, this is where the TNT dupers get sent off and where the sweepers get sent off. And then if we go to the other side, we have our return modules just coming into view now. So why did I choose this design? First of all, this design works in one direction, so it's going to duplicate the TNT when it's going across the land this way, but then not on the way back, which is going to give me a bit more control. Also, the return modules are all completely independent of each other, which is very nice for me, because what I want to do, if I can, is save any geodes, possibly any monster spawners that I see as well. And this is just all going to help me get that sorted. Unfortunately, it's a big contraption. I can't load it all myself. Now, normally the solution would be you get some camera accounts, set them in minecarts, get the entire line loaded, everything's fine. However, because I've got the independent return systems, and some of them might be moving forwards and backwards throughout, that doesn't quite work. So we now need to build an array of chunk loaders. So now the chunk loaders are in place. And when I put them in place, they did not work. They weren't actually loading any of the chunks. But I figured out a fix. I fixed it. I got them to actually load the chunks. And now most of them are working, but some of them still aren't. And I think I know the fix, but I do not have time to implement it. What a disappointing end to the episode.